I know I'm the best. Oh God, this feels so good. All right. You ready? This is your big day, okay? Let's do this. Kim Gagi, everybody. Here's the star of the show. This is Ollie. Right? He's a little camera shy right now, but he knows he's the big attraction. He was up all night. He was all worried that he was primping himself this morning. And I thought, I have him for 24 hours. All right. I know. I know you love me. So I thought, what a better place to come is his own backyard. So I also thought, what a better tobacco to not review. No Bite Delite by Boswell's. So that's all they got on the tin. Boswell No Bite Delite. On the back is the address, and have a little easy to tear, easy tin opening. All right, and here's the tobacco. Being gentle because we're a dog day. And last minute, I thought that this went well with the dog. I got to tell you, right off the light, the first couple of draws, just a delightful, nice taste in tobacco. I really enjoy this tobacco already. If this is what it's going to be like for the rest of this bowl, I would definitely smoke this inside. Taste, 4.5 out of 5. Great. Smell, 4.5 out of 5. I'm sorry I'm giving numbers here, but where it kind of fails, I guess, is, and it kind of looks like a dog container where you'd put treats for a dog, you know, No Bite Delite. So I shouldn't mark it down, but it's nothing. I mean, if you walked in and you just saw it, there's nothing that brings your eye to it. So I was going to be funny and actually dress him up in all Eagles stuff, because that's what my team is. But I decided to keep the dog what the dog is. I wasn't gonna poop on the seagulls or the Seahawks. This is the dog. He is a very don't talk about me too with them. He's a dog that wants to be with, you know, somebody all the time. You go to the bathroom, he's there. You go out to the kitchen, he's there. And he's a good dog. So we went over sight, smell, taste, sound, feel. I'd consider it like a loose cut. Easy to pack in a nice size bowl. Your narrow bowls are going to have a little harder time, but other than that, and I think if I didn't talk and I could just sit here and puff on it, I don't think you'd have too many relights. I'm just going to say, I think I truly like it. Again, could just be the pipe, could be the company that I have. I don't know. It's a good one. So it comes to the real reason why I am doing this video. Wrote down some things that I found interesting and amazing, of things that I learned living with a dog for 24 hours. I'm going to start off with 5 and count my way down. Not in order of importance, but I just wanted to start somewhere. Take warning when something is off. I leave the front door open and he doesn't normally get to see traffic go by. So when I have them, I leave the door open. But if somebody drives by, he's fine. Motorcycles by, he's fine. 9 times out of 10, a bicyclist goes by, he's fine. But if somebody's walking, he's got to bark. He warns me. The bad thing is he warns me when they're even across the street walking. And if they're across the street walking with a dog, then I even get it more. And this guy's got a bark. I mean, he's got a voice. But that's why you have a dog. Something off, he alerts, you know, the owner. And I enjoy that 9 times out of 10. It's the other times where you get up and you go look and there's nothing there. And you go, what were you barking at? Could have been a bird that flew onto my front deck. I don't know. Four. This boy never walks on grates on sidewalks. He walks around the grate. If there's 3 of them right in a row, he walks around it. He'll even walk up on the grass around them. Like water grates, you know, not the grates, the iron lids for the sewer, the electric. Well, the electric's in the sky, but what is it? Sewer, water, gas. Those are those metal units that you see on your sidewalk walking down the street. He never steps on one, and I realized why, because I always kind of laughed at him for doing it. But I stepped on one yesterday and hurt my ankle because it wasn't set back right. And I wasn't looking down, I was more looking at him, and stepped on it and just, you know, just hurt my ankle. I'm just going, smart dog. He doesn't step on him. Why? He learned at some point in time, you don't step on him. Number 3, take rests when possible. I am amazed that if you're standing still for more than, I don't know, 30 seconds or 45 seconds, you hear a thud with this guy. He just drops down and lays down. And he's not, you know, he's not delicate. He just boom. And I find it amazing. You go into the kitchen. Oh, he's done with me talking about him. Don't go off too far, buddy. You're off leash, and I'm not used to you off leash. All right. I'm watching you. All right. Take rests when possible. This guy, unless if he's doing something, he's laying down. And I think that's important, especially me as a therapist. It was that I didn't rest all the time that I could. I was always go, 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 go. And even when I wasn't going, I was going. Sometimes I forgot to rest. I'm watching you, buddy. You are my responsibility. Yes. You walk off and I lose you or you get hurt, I'm in trouble. All right. You got my back. So, one thing that I did learn, sit down when you can. I have a chair in my kitchen because, well, I'm still healing from last year. But, you know, it's not a bad little thing to have a chair in the kitchen and sit down when you're cooking. You know, you're leaning over and you're watching your phone, or you're leaning and, you know, putting stuff into the into your refrigerator. Hey, just have a chair, pull it up, scoot it in. We used to have chairs in the kitchen because the phone was there and it was connected to a cord. So you just sat while you talked. Now we don't have those cords and those phones. I miss those days. And sometimes that chair was multi-useful. It wasn't just a chair, it was a stepping stool. It would fold down into an ironing table. So it was not only just a chair, it was a step stool to get stuff out of your cabinets, and it also was used to iron the husband's shirt when he was going to work. And I always loved that. Second one, don't waste time, just get to bed. This little puppy dog behind me makes me laugh every time. Every time I go take a shower, he knows he's not allowed on the bed. But when I go take a shower, I get into it and I always yell in about a minute, "Get off the bed." And he usually comes in like, "Oh, you caught me." I'll also go out to the beach. Twice have I gone out to the beach when I've had him prior. But he also did it this time. I left to go motorcycle. I forgot my gloves, walked back in, and where was the dog? On my bed. I guess it's that, 3 or 4 inch memory foam that he just goes, "Oh yes, I get the bed." But when he gets into the bed, my problem is, which is going to be a great follow into number 1, is he brings things into the bed. But I'm going to get to number 1 now. Curiosity. And we usually put curiosity killed the cat. Well, curiosity for a dog is smelling anything. And if there's anything, this dog stops and smells the flowers whenever possible. He will stop and smell the flower that's on the tip of a blade of grass. But when he gets into stuff, sometimes, especially if you live at the beach, there's these little prickly things. They're little balls, and I call them diabetes checkers, because to pick them off your clothes or to pick them off the dog, you usually can check your blood sugars, I don't know, 2 or 3 times with just one of those little prickle things. But twice now, we'll go out for a walk so he can do number 1 and number 2. He'll get into something that must smell, and his face is down into that, and it looks harmless. But then he looks up at you like, "Hey buddy, you should come down here and smell this." And he's got 30 of them just all over his face. And then you see, like, in just one of the paws, he'll have 3 on that. And you could just see that he's in pain because, they're pricking him. But he is a really good dog. So that means you're stopping wherever you're at. You're laying down with him on the ground because he lays down immediately. And you just sit there and you pick one off at a time. And, sometimes it jabs him and he deals with it. Great dog. And then, of course, it's worse when he gets it into his little paw. When it gets underneath, inside between all those little pads where he can't get it out, because I've seen him over there on the ground just gnawing at his paw, and then he kind of spits it out. He's got it on his teeth and kind of gets him off when I don't see him. But every night, he's like Velcro to these things. He's got at least 2 or 3 every day that he comes home. I always got to check him, make sure. And those are the things he brings into bed. And I guess what's funny is what I learned about the prickers, and I might shoot some video of it. We have cactuses, whatever, around here. And just last week, they have these big, huge, purpley red bulbs on them. They just look like they're going to explode. They look like they're filled with water. And I went up to one and I just tried to squeeze it. Well, like this dog, curious about smells and getting your nose into it, or I was feeling with my fingers, they have the tiniest hair needles that just splinter into, and I still think I have one in there. Crazy. I just felt like a dog then when I was going out to it, going like, oh, look at this. Oh, Jesus. All right, yep. Things I got to learn from a dog, things that I learn about myself. Are you done? You're like, hey, let's go back to the house. Hey, buddy. Embrace the suck, right, bud? Yeah, the camera's still on. Woohoo! Resting. Smart dog. Just, you chill all the way up until it's showtime. Nice looking car. But I think a Seahawk told you what he thought about BMWs. So, preparing for this video, I have decided that I needed to go almost a Sinead O'Connor. I think it's going to work. I think it's not going to be in the way of the filming.